Grandmaster Divya Deshmukh comes to the Armageddon game against Koneru Humpy. She has a tough task ahead of her because she was completely winning in the classical game. It's often not so easy to forget what just happened. And there you see on the screen two stalwarts of Indian chess, a handshake, and Humpy has the white pieces. There you go, the handshake, and you begin. D4, knight f6, c4, and Divya plays the same opening she played in the classical game, that is the Benko gambit. And after takes a6, she gives up the pawn. I wonder if Humpy had enough time to prepare against it. Takes and e6, hitting in the center, and takes. So Divya, out of the opening, has given up two pawns. Of course, she'll get back this pawn, but in return, she'll get a very strong center. And Humpy's time usage shows that she's not 100% prepared, and the line she's chosen is kind of unambitious here. Knight a6, not even taking with the bishop, keeping more pieces on the board. You could think about giving a check. That's what Humpy does to trade a few pieces. I mean, going king f7 doesn't make sense. So bishop d7. And now takes on d7. Humpy down to 7 minutes, 25 seconds, and knight takes. Okay, this cannot be really a good idea. I mean, queen takes looked natural, but now knight takes. And Humpy can hit in the center with a move like e4, and she does it. Very nice move there. Because if d takes e4, you have knight g5 and the entire structure is broken apart. So knight f6 attacks the pawn and also defends the pawn on d5. So you simply take, and quickly castle it out. I think Divya does not have enough compensation for the missing pawn. White castles and bishop e7. Otherwise, there's a check coming in. She does go bishop e7. And now knight c3, bishop g5. Putting pressure here. But she goes queen e2. And I think what she has on her mind is this check on e6. So Divya castles. And queen e6 check is what Humpy wants to play. Maybe it's not that useful. Perhaps it was wiser to simply continue developing, but I think Humpy is kind of attracted to this idea where you can get your knight in, try to go for knight f7, and she plays it, and Divya super quick plays queen e8. And suddenly the position has started to improve for Divya because white is lagging behind in development. Now e7 bishop is hanging and rook a7 defends it in a very creative and nice way. Knight to c3, but now the knight jumps into b4 and suddenly threatens knight c2 with a fork. It's like black is now counter-attacking after white's attack. Yeah, knight b4 on the board. And Divya is 4 minutes. Humpy actually has fallen down behind in the clock. Queen e2 stopping knight c2. I mean, maybe rook f1, rook d1 or rook b1 was better because now d4 is also coming in. There's also queen g6, which is a very nice move. And Divya plays queen g6, eyeing d3 and c2 squares along with the knight. The knight jumps to e6, attacking the rook. The rook comes to e8, lining up against the queen. And now knight b5, attacking this rook. And very quickly rook d7 played. I'm actually amazed with the accuracy with which Divya is playing now. Knight to f4, hitting the queen. And queen to f5, and all of a sudden she goes h3. Her idea is to play g4, and so knight c2, she's thinking knight c2, g4. The queen does not have any squares on this diagonal, and so knight c2 is not possible here. Divya has many other strong moves like bishop f8 is possible. She goes knight c2. Is that a mistake? Well, g4, Humpy asks, and Divya says queen e4. Wow, that's a nice move. You have to take because the e1 rook was under pressure. So take. And now knight takes e4. And all of a sudden, this knight fork is fatal. Takes on e4. Giving up an exchange. Divya takes back. Rook b1. She once again has a winning position because the rook enters in with a check. King g2. And now knight e1 check is very strong. Plays it. Finds it. The knight is coming to f3. And Divya is 2 minutes 17 seconds. Humpy down to a minute. Divya trying to keep her calm here. And now knight f3 with a mating attack looks good. Oh, she goes knight d3. That's also strong. Because if you take knight takes d3, I have e d3. And the pawn is very powerful. This is a very nasty pin here. She goes back knight e2. And now bishop to g5. So if you take on g5, I'll simply take on b1. So she goes knight d6, attacking the rook here. But this is a mistake. Divya can take on c1. The knight is attacked. And if you take on e8 here, then knight e2 check and you lose the rook. Humpy is having 16 seconds, 15. Divya also doesn't have too much time, but it's enough. She's completely winning. Humpy resigns. Divya scores a very nice win here. And more than, I would say, the play, I think it was the entire approach of Divya towards this kind of mini match. One classical game and one Armageddon game against Humpy, which is worth noticing. She's playing sharp lines against Humpy, where you have to calculate, and she's backing herself to be the better calculator. And this she managed to prove today in her Armageddon game. So kudos to Divya for this win, and she keeps her chances of winning the Norway Chess alive.
Does half points really become important in the standings right now? How happy are you with your Armageddon save?
Well, the classical game is on my mind, so it doesn't really bother me.
Is it hard to play an Armageddon when you're still in that classical mode at first?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's hard to play when you're upset.
Thank you so much, Divya.
Bishop d4. I wanted to go c4, but I don't know, my mind hallucinated, and I instead went bishop d4, which was not that good. And after that, it was c2.
How are you going to rest today and recharge your batteries?
Well, the usual eat, sleep, repeat.
Well, have fun and have a very nice recital.